Deliverance is the children's bread. All right, so we are on video number 7 of Christians and deliverance. One of the most fascinating statements Jesus ever made about deliverance is found in Matthew 15. A Canaanite woman comes to Jesus desperate for help. Her daughter is severely demonized. She cries out to Jesus for mercy, and Jesus responds with a statement that many people skip right over. Matthew 15:26. It is not good to take the children's bread and throw it to the little dogs. Now let's stop right there. What is the bread in this story? Deliverance, freedom, the casting out of a demon. Jesus refers to deliverance as the children's bread. He didn't call it the children's reward. He didn't call it the children's bonus. He didn't call it the children's special occasion meal. He called it bread. And bread is basic provision. Bread is something that belongs on the table. It is something expected within the family. Now, I know what some people immediately say, but the daughter wasn't a believer. Correct. The point of the story is not that the daughter was a believer. The point is how Jesus described deliverance. Jesus identified deliverance as belonging to the children. The woman was outside the covenant community of Israel. That is why Jesus initially speaks of the children and the dogs. The entire contrast only works because the bread belongs to the children. In other words, Jesus did not present deliverance as something foreign to God's covenant people. He presents it as something associated with them. Now, let's think about it for a moment. Many Christians argue deliverance is only for unbelievers. But Jesus calls deliverance the children's bread. At minimum, that should make us pause because Jesus did not say deliverance is the unbeliever's bread. He didn't say deliverance is only for those outside the covenant. He associated it with the children. Now, does this verse prove that every Christian has a demon? Of course not. Does this verse prove that every Christian needs deliverance? No, but it does challenge the idea that deliverance is somehow disconnected from God's covenant people. And that's often where the discussion becomes uncomfortable because many believers have no problem with an unbeliever receiving deliverance. The discomfort comes when we start asking whether God's people can ever need deliverance themselves. Yes, Jesus himself places deliverance at the family table. And here's another thought. Jesus did not merely save people, he healed them, restored them, delivered them, and he set the captives free. His ministry addressed the whole person, body, soul, and spirit. And the modern church often separates what Jesus kept together. Jesus called deliverance the children's bread. The question is not whether the bread exists, the question is, who does it belong to?